What an ugly game that was, guys. Look, Eagles fall to the Steelers. We fall down to 1-3-1. Man, I gotta tell you, defensively, I know this is no surprise because I know we all probably feel this. We got some issues with Jim Schwartz in this scheme that need to be discussed. All right, y'all. Let's get it. What's up, Eagles Nation? What's going on in the NFL world? How you doing, division rivals? This is Steven Hyder with Gate City Sports Channel. The sports channel where the cerebral NFL fan comes for about 10 minutes of daily content. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whenever it is you get around to watching this. Once again, guys, my name is Steven Hyder, and this is Gate City Sports Channel. All right, y'all, today's topic. First off, sorry, guys, I couldn't do the post-game stuff. I had some stuff to do following the game. Like, I had to, cook dinner and get stuff ready because I had to go out and do some work. So, apologize. I'm going to do my post-game stuff basically here, guys. Here's the deal. Defensively, this is what I saw. A team that could not make the proper adjustments to get off the field on third down. A lot of the issues I saw yesterday, guys, were self-inflicted. Self-inflicted issues with Jim Schwartz's scheme and the players. Look, if you go up and you take a look at third down efficiency, both teams were very good on third down. Both of these teams, when you have a 38-29 football game, neither defense is playing that great, obviously. 11-15 for the Steelers, 10-14 for the Eagles. All right? The part that bothers me about that 11-15 is first downs from penalties, 5. Of those 5, I know at least 3 of those first downs came on, basically what ends up happening is we take a third down and long, shorten the distance, and then give them a layup to convert. At least 3 times we had guys jump off sides, taking a third down and long into a third down and short and an easy conversion for the Steelers. These are the kind of things in a week 5 with veteran players just can't happen, man. I mean, look, I'm not going to knock Jannard Avery, but jumping off sides, not cool. I'm not going to knock Josh Sweat because he's had a pretty good year this season, but you jump off sides and you cause a third down and short. That becomes a conversion. Fletcher Cox, you're a vet. Probably the best defensive player on this team, outside of Darius Slay, maybe. Like, you can't be jumping off sides, man. You can't be that guy in particular making that penalty, man. I know guys mess up, man, but it's like, dude, just the gravity of the game, the gravity of the situation, and out of all the players, you're the one that jumps. Like, come on, man. Like, come on. Just this kind of stuff can't happen. Like, you cannot give them layups. That was a big problem, guys. The penalties were a big problem. And by the way, before I move on to another topic, let's talk about the officiating. Because if you're a Steeler fan and you're watching this, I'm not saying the officiating caused the game. Both teams had really horrible calls. The officiating's got to get better. These guys, I don't know who these clowns were that were officiating the game yesterday, but wow, they're not good. The amount of pass interference calls that they made on both sides of the football that were not, indeed, pass interference is astounding to me. It's ridiculous. Yeah, that kind of crap can't happen 5 weeks into the season for the officiating crew either. Like, the NFL needs to come out and apologize for that game. Somebody needs to get fired on that staff because, come on, man. Like, some of those calls were they were beyond questionable. Jim Schwartz's scheme. Jim Schwartz's scheme, man. What can you say, man? You come out, you play man. So the Steelers, they didn't want no part of our pass rush, and I said that teams that are genuinely scared of our pass rush will speed up and get the ball out of their quarterback's hands fast. They'll move the pocket. They'll do things like that to stop our pass rush. I thought the Pittsburgh Steelers game plan to counter a pass rush was a very smart one. I also thought it was pretty easy to adjust Jim to their plan. So the first thing they did is Ben Roethlisberger, who, Ben has a tendency to hold the ball too long. Ben went in there knowing he's a little banged up with that elbow, and he didn't want to take those shots. So he got the ball out fast. He wasn't trying to sit back there and take shots from this defense. As a result of that, we were playing man, so they start running a lot of underneath routes. When we were playing man off, which made no sense to me, but we did. So we started playing man up more in a press situation. We were playing a little closer up to the line of scrimmage. So then they started running stack sets to get free releases. it just, then we backed off a little bit again. Like, it just, the, the nature of just how bad Jim Schwartz can be at times. Like, he can be so great one week and so bad the next week. The inconsistency of this guy as a D coordinator, it's astonishing, man. Like, we got to think about this. Look, I'm not going to be one of these people that says you got to fire him right now. If the season ends up becoming a loss, which I don't think it's going to be, guys, because Dak Prescott probably is done for the season, just judging from the way that ankle looked. The Giants aren't out of this, but they're not necessarily a good team. The Redskins, whatever they are, the Washington football team's not out of this, but they're not a good team. And Dallas is only 2-3, half a game up, and they're not playing well right now, and they just lost Dak. So, the season has to be packed away before you make a move like that, guys. But I got to be honest with you, if the season gets away from us, yeah, that's a move I think you make, man, because it's just been too many years in a row of this stuff. It bothered me that we couldn't figure out that the way they were slowing the pass rush down was to get the ball out of your hands fast. And then the second thing was they would use this jet motion sweep action with their receivers to basically punish the Eagles for losing containment on the outside. Our defensive ends would get upfield trying to rush the passer, trying to get to, play action where they hit them with a little end around. And because we lost containment, they would break 10, 15, 20-yard runs on us on those jet motion sweeps. Jim's got to adjust to this stuff, guys. This stuff wasn't hard to figure out. Like, I don't need to consult the film to see this, guys. I saw a game live. Like, the Pittsburgh Steelers game plan was easy. The wide receivers screen stuff to where we had these communication issues. Like, come on, man. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, guys, get in there. You know the play call. It's going to be a wide receiver screen. Anyone down in that goal line situation saw that one coming. I saw it. How do the players not see that? Get down there, disrupt that play. Like, come on, bro. You got linebackers getting pushed off by by receivers. Dude, put them on their ASS and get in there. Like, come on, man. Some of the stuff that was happening defensively, guys, just it's frustrating because I think we have a glaring weak spot at the opposite corner position from Darius Slay. Okay, I thought Jalen Mills did an okay job against San Francisco, but I called it in the pregame show. I said, hey, this Pittsburgh Steelers team is going to test our secondary a little more. I feel like maybe we've been getting by with teams that aren't the greatest. The Rams had a really good passing offense. They got receivers that can make plays, and we saw what happened in that game. Steelers got receivers that can make plays. We saw what happened in this game. Like, I know what Darius Slay is. I know Darius Slay might get beat a couple plays here and there, but I know that he's going to come back. I know that he's a solid coverage corner. Avonte Maddox, I thought would be better. He's normally really good at shadowing receivers. He just hasn't lived up to it when he was on the field before his injury. I don't know that him coming back is necessarily an answer, right? Jalen Mills. Jalen Mills bouncing outside, like, yeah, bigger physical receiver, sure, but you're playing these guys that got speed. Maybe it's just that Jalen hasn't had the time to adjust yet to playing outside. I don't know, guys, but we got a problem out there. Craig James has got the speed. Craig James is a fast corner, guys. He definitely has the speed to keep up with guys, but I don't think that I think he needs a little more refinement in his footwork. I don't think he's the greatest backpedaler. I don't think he's the greatest in doing some of the things that you need, like shooting your hips and getting around and turning. I still think he needs some work there. Aside of that, guys, we could discuss some of the finer details here, guys, not addressing some of these things in the draft. We don't have a young guy to put out there at corner. We don't have, we got rid of Sidney Jones. We got rid of Rasul Douglas. We got, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot to talk about here. When Trevor Williams comes back off IR, is he just going to be gone for the 3 weeks? Does that make a difference? Will we get Will Parks back this upcoming week? We certainly could use Will Parks, man. At this point, he's one game away from being gone 6 weeks. Then it's kind of like, why wouldn't you have just put him on the active pup? Like, it doesn't make any sense the reserve pup. Like, why did we keep, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just doesn't make sense the way we're handling the roster in some of these situations, guys. Defense let us down here, guys. Defense let us down. Simply put. I'm not saying Carson and Doug had great games. They didn't. But I don't think that they were, by the large part, why we lost this game. I think it came down to Jim Schwartz and the defense. You jump off sides 3 times. You miss a tackle that would have been a 4th down. Instead, it's a 1st down, and it leads into a scoring play. Like, those things killed us, man. It killed us. All right, y'all. These are my thoughts. Let me know what you think. Leave your comments down below. What do you think? Give me your thought process on this stuff, guys. You know how we end these videos. We do a little Agles. Guys, I'm not ignoring the positives we saw from this game. Don't worry. I'm going to get into Travis Fulgham because, man, I said he was good, and I thought that he would be a good fit for the Eagles. Guys, he's playing way above what I could have ever expected. I'll see y'all tomorrow on that one.